depends on human capital development. With our Education and Human Capital Department, we have invested heavily on education to spur the necessary momentum for growth. My government released $271 million to various bursary and scholarship programs, targeting brilliant but needy learners within society in all the 40 wards in our county. Under the program, some 32,000 students benefited from $247 million disbursed to support bursary and scholarships. An additional $24 million was further allocated to support 600 students in vocational training colleges in collaboration with KCB Foundation to Jiajiri Scholarship. And this is the Genoa Fundi Mangula Scholarship. Our early childhood learning program is on course. We recently put on permanent and pensionable 1,087 of our eye teachers. The journey to the construction of decent classrooms for these early learners is progressing well. We have done at least a classroom, half of which are complete, half not yet, and we are planning on doing another 4 classes per ward within this financial year. This will continue every year until such a time that all our children will be able to learn in a dignified environment. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, please visit the Eye Center at Gina Primary School in South Kabuoch, a good eye classroom for young children, ushering them into the education system. We went, we saw, and we built it. We will stop at nothing to deliver our children our future. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the Youth, Sports, Gender and Social Service Department, we commissioned the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homabay. And Honorable Speaker, as you heard during the investment conference, Raila Odinga Stadium in Homabay will be hosting the Mashujaa Day of the year 2025. We did well in sports with good results in the Kisa. We are the champions of the Talanta Hela competition. On 17th of May, we will be joining the European Day Soccer Tournament with 4 counties, and we are sure that our young men will come back with the European Day Soccer Tournament trophy that will be held at Ulinzi on 17th of May. Honorable members, please, to travel and cheer our own Kobala from Wangchieng Ward and Oriwo boys from Kibiri, who will be representing us at Ulinzi on that day. To bolster our fight against a triple threat of teenage pregnancies, HIV, and GBV, we held a beautiful Siganyanam event graced by Minpin, Mama Aida, and the women leaders across this county. We have also held the Governor's Mentorship Camp last year for girls. This year we have held the inaugural Governor's Mentorship Camp for boys, as the men were always asking, what about the boy child? As a lead up to the investment conference, I hosted my colleague women governors, led by the COG chair, as we prepared to launch the G7 caucus and strategy. The G7 strategy was launched later on, and Mr. Speaker, I will soon bring to the Assembly the Enterprise and Affirmative Action Fund Bill that will anchor the Boda Boda Sector Fund, as well as the Women, Youth, and PWD Empowerment Funds. To our Boda Boda teams across the county, we want to assure you that we are on course to deliver on our promise to support you in your enterprise and make it green and sustainable. Our motto is the SDGs one, leave no one behind. Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable members, building a strong, disciplined, incorruptible, and first-class professional public service led by our County Secretary and Head of Public Service remains at the core of my agenda to ensure satisfactory delivery of services to our citizens. My administration has embarked on human resource reforms that to achieve the greater productivity in the public service as we tackle the vexing wage bill question. Through the County Public Service Board, we will continue to work together to ensure we streamline our public service. Honorable Speaker, corruption remains a problem that we must fight vigorously. You may have heard the story once told by the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga of a roads minister from an African country who went to visit his Malaysian counterpart. And after they walked through the beautiful roads of Malaysia, they retired in the evening to have dinner. And the Malaysian minister had a beautiful home with beautiful cutlery. And the minister from the African country was wowed and said, "My brother, how did you get all this?" And he took him to the balcony and said, "Do you see those roads there?" And he could see beautiful roads winding with street lights. And they said, "Yes, with those roads, 10% here. Next time, the Malaysian minister went to visit his African counterpart. And after they walked through the roads during the day, they retired at night. And the minister had a beautiful home, laden with gold. And the Malaysian minister asked, "My brother, how did you get all this?" And they took him to the balcony, and they were pointing. And there was just bushes upon bushes. "Do you see that road there?" The Malaysian minister couldn't see the road. He could only see bushes. And then he said, "That road, 100% here." Honorable Speaker, we must continue strongly to fight corruption in Homabay County and declare Homabay a corruption-free county. Mr. Speaker, allow me to appreciate the great work that the County Assembly has done in the past year in the legislative process, as well as review and approval of policies and plans presented by the County Executive. Working with the Office of the County Attorney, the Assembly has achieved the Homabay Finance Act, the Homabay Appropriation, the Homabay County Lakefront Development Act, the Homabay County Health Facility Improvement Act, the Homabay County Fisheries and Aquaculture Management, Homabay County Infrastructure Financing Fund Act, Homabay, the supplementary. We have reviewed our education bursary. We are currently looking at the Homabay County Sexual and Gender-Based Violence. We have concluded the gender-based violence policy, the Homabay County Roads and Transport Policy, the Homabay County Water Policy. And Honorable Speaker, in this last quarter and the next financial year, the County Executive will present legislation for consideration, including the finance bill, the appropriation bill, the Homabay County Inspectorate Amendment Bill, Access to Information Bill, County Irrigation Bill, Agricultural Sector Coordination Bill, Public Participation Bill, Disaster and Emergency Management Amendment Bill, the Roads and Transport Bill, the Water Bill, the Labor-Based Contracts Policy, which is already with you, and the Homabay County Enterprise Development and Affirmative Action Fund Policy. So, Mr. Speaker, it's going to be a busy year. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, as I conclude, I want to reiterate the pillars of my administration of transparency, consultation with the Assembly, and service delivery. My government's main focus remains the efficient provision of services. The county government and the County Assembly are working together. Kama chanda na pete. Homabay, proud of their county. All Homabayans are walking tall wherever they are. They will walk even taller once we complete our transformation agenda. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we will soon invite you for the groundbreaking ceremony of the county headquarters, the new county headquarters in Arujo, a project whose legal framework and funds you approved in this Homabay Assembly, the #1 assembly in Kenya. Just like Homabay County Executive is the #1 executive in Kenya. Honorable Speaker, together we will achieve a lot, and we will in a big way positively transform the lives of our people. Together we have just started, and with God on our side, the sky is the lower limit. Our vision of transformation remains strong until we achieve Homabay City and and a booming, thriving Riwa city, and productive villages, and money in the pockets of our people of Homabay through transformed agriculture. With the work we will do and the results we will achieve, the happy people of Homabay will re-elect us. My hope is that all MCAs will be re-elected alongside the governor and deputy of Homabay. God bless Kenya, God bless Homabay, and God bless this county of endless potential. Thank you very, very much, Honorable Speaker.